While we wait for players to join, why not pour yourself your favorite drink and hold it in front of the screen so that we can see if our targeted advertising is working.
I'm a single parent.
I'm a bit of a scamp.
I'm just your average consumer.
We are Binge Pipe!
Here's a look at just some of the quality programming Binge Pipe has to offer.
Coming soon, The Minister, a period drama about the turn-of-the-century British Prime Minister David Lloyd George.
That's it. I must create the Parliament Act to circumvent the House of Lords' objection to my social insurance budget plans.
Don't worry, like all period dramas, we've added a lot of sex.
When you say circumvent, do you mean go in from behind?
Why, Margaret Dreyer Robbins, if you were the president of the Women's Trade Union League, I'd say you were flirting with me.
You know what they say. What happens at the Paris Peace Conference will create complicated precedent which will inadvertently lead to World War II.
Oh, God. Use me like protective legislation.
Hi, I'm Austin Creed, and I've got a brand new show on Binge Pipe called Hat Chat. Each episode, I travel to a different, exotic spot in this great big world of ours, meeting amazing people, and we just talk hats. Take a listen.
So this is St. Remic's Cathedral. It's more than 400 years old, making it the oldest still standing cathedral in the area.
Wow! And what kind of hat is that?
Oh, this? Oh, this is just my Milwaukee Brewers hat. I'm a big fan.
So, a baseball hat then?
Yep.
Amazing. That's Hat Chat, only on Binge Pipe.
Coming soon to Binge Pipe. Please let us know how you wanted that sentence to end.
Hey kids, do you know what it means to be a friend? Yeah! Do you know what it means to be an... I mean, seriously, look at these texts. I don't get it.
This week on Captain Funtime's World of Hard Adult Lessons.
Then we'll talk about the spooky world of ghosting a relationship. Ooh.
So everyone has disappeared?
More like half the population?
Of Earth?
That we know of, yes.
But everything is different now because we're in space?
Unclear.
Is this a flashback?
Also unclear.
But we definitely have to defuse this bomb, right?
That part seems obvious.
I mean, I'm just making sure we're on the same page here.
This fall on the Exposition.
And wait, are we related?
Unclear.
Damn it.
This is taking longer than expected. Just kidding. We prepare for everything. Everything.
Before Binge Pipe, there was nothing for me. Now I see everything. And it's too much. I know too much. Why are there so many...
Binge Pipe. Binge Pipe not only streams the highest quality programming other services passed on, but we also create original content based around our users' most frequent search terms. Please enjoy the following.
I've just fallen down the stairs, but I feel great.
I've never told anyone that before. Not even my mom, because I feel so close to you, Jennifer.
My name is Kendall.
Whoopsie-doodle.
Thank you. You know, people ask me all the time, what is the first step to becoming an entrepreneur? And my answer is simple. Start following 90,000 people on Twitter.
According to the last census, I'm the fastest gun in the West.
Your phone or other device will function as your buzzer. Data informs us that this is fun. Binge Pipe is still contractually bound to bring you You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe. More white noise to fill the void.
Hey, I'm Cookie Masterson, and this is my friend Jake. He plays third chair clarinet for his middle school band. You'll be second chair next year, buddy. Looks like we have a good old-fashioned duel on our hands. Who slapped who with a fancy white glove? Now, remember, after this moment, you will be forever changed.
Time for question 1.
To get things started, speak directly to God at 3 p.m. Eastern. If God did a Reddit AMA, what question would you expect from Angry Job 42? Did you really ruin my life to win an argument? What's the ETA on getting me out of this big fit?
Binge Pipe's menu screen. The gold standard of menu screens. Some people said Binge Pipe was crazy for launching a streaming service inside a party pack of 5 games and offering no way to actually monetize it. And we're taking that under advisement. Binge Pipe, we're open to constructive criticism.
Apple, fork,
Highway,
telephone,
democracy,
Binge Pipe. We're just another thing. Don't worry about it.
You want more Binge Pipe programming, tough guy? How about...
Hey, this is the Rittner family. We're unable to answer the phone right now, so leave your message after the beep and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. Also, it's come to our attention that someone has been taking our outgoing voicemail messages and putting them online for other people to listen to. I don't really understand it, but apparently they've gotten quite a following. Who would want to listen to that? My neighbor told me there was a think piece about it in the New Yorker. Anyway, please don't do that. We're just a normal family that values our privacy. Thank you. Oh, also, our daughter Linda called off her engagement to Brad Corey. Apparently they had a big fight. If I get more details, we'll try to add them to our next outcome.
Binge Pipe, much to the chagrin of its board of directors, presents You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, here today, gone tomorrow.
Hey, I'm Cookie. I ask the questions, you press the buttons. Geez, with this many players, it'll be tough keeping the scores in my head. Okay, what are we waiting for?
Time for question 1.
First question. Celebrities just have better names. Disregarding spelling, which celebrity name is composed of a verb, a preposition, and a noun? Justin Timberlake, Carrie Underwood, Mark Wahlberg, or Rob Lowe? Let's see who got it. Well, nobody got this one, so let's just move on with our lives. Carry, verb, under, preposition, would, noun.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one I like to call speak slowly and carry a big dictionary. So, if it is, oi, how many of the words in this question are not permissible in a game of Scrabble? 5, 3, just 1, or they are all permissible? So who got it? All the two-letter words in the question are usable, but you can't use product names in Scrabble, unless that name is also a regular word, which Scrabble is. So, yeah, even that one is good to go. All of the words in this question, including all the weird little two-letter words, are okay to play in Scrabble. But it's still okay to be mad at your friends when they play them. That's right, I'm looking at you, Dave.
Why don't we do it with free?
Oh, here's a good one. Goodnight, darkness on the edge of town. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one, tell me if it's a character from a famous children's book, a character from a Bruce Springsteen song, or both. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between from a children's book or from a Springsteen song, or both. And you're all doing this together, so focus up. Ready? Let's go. Pearly Pearly. Go Kart Mozart. Outlaw Pete. Beat the cat. Little Dynamite. Little Gun. Little Miss Bossy. Y'all kind of stunk up the place, but you geniuses. Of all the losers, you are the loseriest.
Binge Pipe would like to improve your player experience.
Sounds like it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for all the other players. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus for each player who chooses incorrectly.
Great, thanks.
Haha, happy to engage with you.
Try this on for size. Keeping it real, Housewives. Which of these Real Housewives moments would be an example of in pari delicto? Lisa Rinna and Lisa Vanderpump? Oh, look out. Player 1 just let loose a screw. I think the rest of you are starting to go gray. Okay, what'd you pick? Nice try, you stupid mother on wheels. Why don't I save you all the embarrassment? In pari delicto is a legal term for when two parties are determined to both be at fault. These kinds of peaceful resolutions are exactly what the Real Housewives franchise is famous for. That screw is a good move, player 1. Here's your extra cash. Behold, Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. The doctor, that is.
What's the tag?
Sometimes referred to as Gan. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or... Well. Player 2 dropped a screw on you guys. Binge Pipe doesn't like it when I shout at you, but they're fine with this. Let's see how that shook out. Little Prince George calls his grandmother Gan. No, it's probably more like, Gan, have some candy for Georgie? You know, 'cause he's English. Nice screwing, player 2. Have some cash. say goodbye to round 1. Numbers, numbers, show me numbers.
Currently, player 3 is in the lead. Player 4, on the other hand, you did this to yourself. The data we have acquired demonstrates a need for an additional screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So, do not be afraid to use that thing. The rest of you better answer fast before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
It's like the first round didn't even matter.
6 trombones on a parade.
There is no hiding from Candy Republic. Suppose scientists discover that peanut butter is sentient and can feel pain. Look, it could happen. How might this influence the candy industry? It would affect Reese's sales. It would affect Reese's sales. It would affect Reese's sales. Or it would affect Reese's sales. So what'd you pick? Check, please. Affect with an A is the proper verb, and Reese's is spelled like, well, this. Remember, there's no wrong way to devour a sentient life form.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
Introducing, at 9 months will come a great flood. If famed seer Nostradamus had the gift of prophecy even as a fetus, what might he have predicted about his own birth? I shall emerge from my mother in Spain. I will flee from the womb. Look sharp. Player 4 just screwed the room. Let's flip the script on this question. And how'd we do? Who could have predicted this? Nostradamus was a French guy who was rather predictably born in France. It's impressive to know your horoscope before you have a birthday.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
I call this one formation according to perspiration. And oh yeah, French Cutlets Prime Tour.
It's time for
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, focus up. Check out this gibberish phrase and guess what real-life piece of advice it rhymes with. Won't sweat, Brad? Sweat, Steven! And pay no attention to that punctuation. Don't freak out. Just calmly enact revenge. Stop being angry. Be leveled. Okay, pencils down. Player 1. Yep, that's what I was going for. At least one of you is paying attention. Let's get on with it, shall we? Here's one for you. I go for the robot sex, but I stay for the heavily telegraphed plot twists. What should HBO title a Westworld spin-off if the producers wanted the title to contain an ordinal direction? Eastworld, Upworld, Southwestworld, or Leftworld? Okay, let's take a look. Bit of bad news for you. The ordinal directions on a compass, also known as the intercardinal directions, are southwest, northwest, northeast, and southeast. And in Southwest World, you can go to all the Arizona Cardinal games you want, and marijuana is mostly legal in some parts of it.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
How about this one? Ain't no party like a political party because a political party is carefully mediated. In high school, I did some embarrassing things at my Model UN club, but only one of these stories about my interactions with Icelandic leadership is accurate. I tripped over the president and fell on the king. The prime minister and the queen stole my lunch. The president told the prime minister I liked her, or the czar was cool, but the archbishop gave me a wedgie. What'd you guys pick? In Iceland, the president is the head of state, but the prime minister leads the government. Thus, I was booted out of the Model UN and thrown into the replica Hague. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Follow the rules. You can't follow the rules unless you know what they are. Good luck. Player 3 takes it! Well done, Player 3. Look who's on top now. Enjoy the view from up there, cause tomorrow you'll probably realize you don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe would like to express its deep regret for investing in You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, you can't spell fads without ads.
Hi, I'm Cookie, and I just want to let you know that Binge Pipe has your best interests at heart. At least that's what they wrote on my car in pig's blood. You know, you could have squeezed one more person in this game. Next time. Here we are.
Time for question 1.
To begin with, going out on a big laugh. Which of these punchlines applies to the latest Shakespeare comedy? That's no male servant, that's my sister. That's no donkey, that's my boyfriend. That's no statue, that's my wife. Or that's no... Okay, that is a wizard, but it's also my father. Okay, who chose what? Alas. More like a winter's fail. The Tempest, featuring the wizard Prospero and his daughter Miranda, was one of the last plays written by the bard. I'm hoping my last joke will be equally as good at wording funny.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And now, sprinting to therapy. What is Sonic the Hedgehog running away from? His past and also Dr. Wily, his commitments and also Dr. Eggman, his aspirations and also Dr. I love this part. Dr. Eggman, aka Dr. Robotnik, is the villain in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. But one could make the argument that his biggest foe is himself.
Why don't we do it with 3?
This one's called Press A to get into formation and find your respawn point because it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read 7 names. For each, I want you to tell me if it's a Beyonce song, an ESRB rated video game, or both. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between Beyonce, a video game, or both. And you're all doing this together, so pay attention. Okay, let's do it. The Last of Us. End of time. Survivor. A Way Out. Halo. Destiny. EXO. It took real teamwork to be this bad. But player 2, you really boned up that dis or dat.
Actions have been taken to ensure you have a better playing experience.
Great, we've been blessed by the presence of Binge Pipe.
Your lackluster score has earned you a screw.
You want to use that sucker on the other players to trip them up during a question.
In retrospect, we should have had you sign a waiver before handing over sharp objects.
Coming up next, Humongous Father, let us stop for midday meal. Imagine a family of giants is ambling across the earth and they want to stop for a picnic. What would be a nice, flat, dry place to lay their picnic blanket? A delta, an arate, a flat iron, or a mesa? Hope you like what you picked. A mesa is an elevated section of land with a flat top surrounded by steep cliffs. This is the classic definition of a nuclear family. A family turned into giant freaks by radiation. Next, GPS, Godzilla positioning system. So, Godzilla is on his way to destroy Tokyo, but can't seem to find the island it's located on. What does he roar in frustration? Or, brace yourself. Player 2 has invoked the screw. Remember, good things come in small packages. Who picked what? Bad job. Look, I'm not going to pretend any of you got this right. Honshu, the largest of the 4 major islands that make up Japan, is where Tokyo is located. It's so like Godzilla to get lost. That would never happen to Mothra. That's why I'm totally Team Mothra. Hashtag Team Mothra. Expert screwing, player 2. Here's that cash. Round 1 is history. Show me that scoreboard.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand. Wow, you are really doing it. Poorly. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And remember, round 2 screws screw even harder. And you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. The rest of you better answer fast if you don't want to be screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round 2.
You're doing so well, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Up next, I prefer to watch luxurious TV. If TV super producer Shonda Rhimes decided to expand her television empire with a line of luxury bathroom products, what would not be included in the Shonda Rhimes bathroom line? Olivia Pope, handmade. Oh, this'll be good. Player 1 just screwed everyone. Hope you're a fast typer. What'd you guys pick? This what you had in mind? Victoria Grayson is from the ABC drama Revenge, which is not a Shonda Rhimes production. Way to screw, player 1. I believe this belongs to you.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Next up, there are 3 types of people in the world. And Dress Up Kit's Dime Store.
It's time for
Remember to type quick. That cash will be counting down until you lock in an answer. Okay, head in the game. Check out this gibberish phrase and write down what popular phrase it rhymes with. Floor wetter, bore, or nurse. And don't let that punctuation fool you. Church bells are ringing. In sickness and in health. You guys better stick it out through the good and the bad. Let's see how you did. Player 1. Yeah, that checks out. Well, at least one of you didn't fall asleep. Moving right along.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Let's try Geologists Date Rocks. How much much older are the oldest rocks in the ocean than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? 65 million years minus however old Dwayne is, 260 million years minus however old Dwayne is, 840 million years minus however old Dwayne is, or 1.2 billion years minus however old Dwayne is. So what'd you pick? Actually, I can smell what you were cooking, but it's wrong. The oldest oceanic crust is about 250 million years old. I think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson dates back to like the 1970s, but it's so hard to tell. Here we have type equals squiggly bracket male comma singer squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
I've been told BingePipe loves all of its users, equally.
But can you help us separate our celebrity user data from the rest of the normals? Is Rat Pack available? Is Kandaman available? Is Merbajing available? Whose DMV search history have we acquired? Sammy Davis Jr., Bobby Darin, Frank Sinatra, or Louis Armstrong?
And how'd we do? Sammy Davis Jr. was a member of the Rat Pack and famous for singing The Candyman and Mr. Bojangles.
Mr. Davis Jr. was not a real rat, but like 85% of our users, he was a mammal.
¿Sabes qué es lindo? Yes, perritos.
It's time for Love This Dumb Song or Elsa. Suppose that at a production of Frozen on Broadway, fans could show their love during the curtain call by throwing hard-to-freeze substances on stage. Which would show the most love? Throwing water at Elsa, throwing blood at Elsa, throwing nitrogen at Elsa, or throwing helium at Elsa? Let's see who got it. With a freezing point of minus 272 degrees Celsius, Elsa has her work cut out for her. I'm sure she can handle it. Hell, she made a dress out of ice. Although on Broadway, I'm told it's more of a fun pantsuit. Way more practical for getting around your ice castle. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Brand name faces. I hope you know what your brand mascots look like, you capitalist drone. One takes it! Nice work, Player One. Nothing feels as good as winning, except maybe eating cake. Cake.
You don't know Jack!
Johnson, step into my office, now. You smell that? Step out and then back in. Right? Or is it just me?
This is a very interesting wine because if you look at the label, you can see the cause and date of your death.
By studying the flight patterns and the feeding habits of the swans, I can just barely justify my degree.
It's like pizza, but for women.